Okay, I'm under the back of a 1966 Mercury Cyclone, 9-inch Ford housing. Most of you recognize that immediately. Got Ride Tech coilovers, a panhard bar. There's lots going on under here, as well as the low stance of the car makes it a little bit challenging to route an axle strap. Notice how the panhard bar is connected over here. We've got this bracket going on, a vent tube on top. There's just not a lot of real estate until we get outboard of the coilover shock. And then we've got a nice 4-inch width or so of bare axle tube showing. So ideally, these new brackets from us, I love the position in between the brake caliper and the coilover. Right about there is a perfect position. Makes it easy to kind of slide under the quarter panel when you're tying the car down and simply reach up, do it Helen Keller style, and connect the strap right to that bracket. This also gets a nice wide purchase on the tie-down positions, which is best to stabilize the vehicle on board the trailer deck. So here we are behind another project vehicle, 1970 crew cab Ford pickup on a Roadster shop chassis. Again, 9-inch Ford housing here. Got this chassis from the Roadster shop. It already had the stainless brake lines plumbed. This is a perfect application also for our new bracket. There's tons of room on here. You could really pick the best location. I kind of like something like that, directly below the brake line. It would look really clean right there. It could also be moved outboard, right next to the shock, in between the shock and the brake caliper. That would be a great location as well. So you see how it avoids putting a strap over the housing. Even our padded axle strap, eventually is going to leave a little bit of fogging if you've got fancy paint or powder coat. Whereas connecting to this bracket, the most you're ever going to do is chip up the paint right at the hook opening. That's all you ever have to worry about. So again, another great location for these brackets to be put on both left and right on this housing. Perfect place for a tie-down bracket. This is under the back of my 1940 Ford sedan with a Columbia 2-speed rear. This car sits just right, which means it's low, and therefore difficult to get under and route a strap. There's a couple of places that are ideal for these brackets to be placed. Either outboard of the tube shock, we could squeeze one up in here between the lower shock bracket and the sway bar mount. There's just enough real estate to tuck it in there, although welding is a little bit challenging. Or an easier location is here inboard of the tube shock. And notice how perfectly placed that is. Reach under here, clip the ratchet strap right to it, and away you go. The same over here on the left-hand side. Perfect location. Lots of different choices here. I'd probably position it about there. Then the angle of the strap departing out from under the car is not coming in contact with the buggy spring, the tube shock. Everything's happy. For more information on these, maxtiedowns.com or 800-666-1586.